Hey everyone, welcome back to The Advisor. You're going to want to strap in today because today we're diving straight into the heart of radical self-love with a woman who's turned woo-woo wisdom into a data-driven, swipe-friendly reality. So Iryna Wood, I'm going to ask her if I'm saying that right in a second. Wood is a Ukrainian born, double master's degree wielding spiritual scientist who has trekked from Bali to Paris startups and somewhere in between Reiki classes, economic diplomacy, and she decided the world needed a pocket coach that actually works. So she built Gemini NearMe. It's an all-in-one app that decodes your dreams, which is crazy because I do that every morning. Love it. Charts your stars. Oh my God, you need to figure out what's in those stars. The energy is everything. And still reminds you to drink water. And it's powered by her very own AI chatbot, which looks exactly like him. I literally just checked it out. Forbes says she's redefining the art of relationships, and I'm starting to say that she's like the Swiss Army knife for the soul. So if you've ever wondered how to trade your self-sabotage for self-celebration, or if you're wondering why the universe keeps sending you the same X in a different damn outfit, then you're going to want to listen to this because Irina, I'm going to ask her right away, is about to show us why falling in love with you is the ultimate growth hack. Before I get started, I just want to thank Spreaker and iHeartRadio for your sponsorship. And to our subscribers or our fans and listeners and watchers, please do not forget to like and subscribe before you leave today. Hello. It is so nice to see you. I was just saying earlier how beautiful you look and how I love your backdrop with the stuff, the shelves. How are you?
Hey Lisa, thank you so much. I have to tell you, your introduction is something. I was listening about myself like, wow, that's not bad. I have this girl made some journey in life, you know. Thank you so much. Very professional and you're very welcoming and you make me feel home and safe since first second. And thank you for the background because I told you when we entered the home and we decided to move to this house where I'm working from, I said to my husband, that's going to be your man's cave. And guess what? He didn't use it very well. So I decided I have to take care of this territory and I rebuilt the home room. And now it's a podcasting room to meet people like you. Thank you very much again.
Oh my God, I love that so much. I love that you said it was supposed to be a man cave and you're like, I'm taking this over. That's so awesome. So awesome. So how do you pronounce your name? You're from the
Irina,
U
Irina.
Irina. Okay.
Yeah.
And you're from the Ukraine, is that correct?
Yes, I am. I was born in Crimea, Ukraine. It's correct.
Wow, cool. And now you are so to our audience, her and I literally just jumped on and we haven't had a chance to really talk before. So where are you located right now?
I'm in Palm Beach Gardens, Florida. So I met my husband, my future husband, 3 years ago. By that time, I've been living already 8 years in Europe, and I used to live in Cannes, which is south of France. And my company was based, and me also, because I had an apartment there in Monaco. So my company in Monaco was dedicated to the spiritual and mental and cultural growth. I was specialized in organizing seminars around those topics and working with singles and couples individually. And by that time, it was already quite a bit experience, my professional experience, because I started to do that since 23 years old and now I'm 38. So it's like 15 years in practicing, in doing, in studies in general. And after COVID hit, so I understood that I need a bigger platform for my business. I need a new challenge in my life because I like to grow. And I flew to United States. I spent here more than 1 year, and I decided to go and visit my mom. And I met my future husband. That was very unexpected, not planned at all. And he appeared to be American, so I took it as a sign meant to be in United States. And I got back with him, and here for 3 years, we're already living together in Palm Beach Gardens.
Wow, I love that story so much. So I have to know, what's your sign?
I'm Pisces, but my
Oh,
ascendant and my moon in Leo. I'm so happy to hear that you are
oh,
into astrology. And what's your sign?
I'm a Virgo.
That's exactly like my grandma. You know, by what is interesting for people who are listening to us, whenever you can imagine the wheel of zodiac signs, because when we speak about the compatibility, which is called professionally synastry in astrology, it should come like kind of match of two birth chart readings in general. But if we speak only about how two zodiacs are matching, when you picture the whole wheel of zodiacs, Pisces and Virgo, they're exactly the partnership signs because they can
Mm.
do love and business and friendship very well together because they balance. Whatever is your zodiac sign plus six, it should be potentially your perfect sign. So in our case, it's Pisces plus six, it's going to be number seven, it's Virgo.
Wow, I love that. Now we know why we just like vibe so well and we could just jump into this so quick. You
Yeah.
just cracked the code. You just cracked the code. So I am so excited to ask you about your life. Um, what brought you into this? Did you were you born interested in energy, astrology, or what took you down this path?
You know, Lisa, when I was five, I was already questioning my grandparents and the universe, why it is so, why it's that so. I was playing with the toys being medical person, and that was the dream of my grandmother that was never realized, but I implemented it in some other way, in alternative way, because healing it is so. It's alternative medicine somehow. You heal your soul, you heal your mind, and actually you heal indirectly your body also, and you know that definitely because we believe in the vibration and energy of the world. So I always was questioning how do encounters happen, why you attract the same type of personality. When I became older and started my first friendship relationship, and after I seen there's so many situations that look like different but they are the same, and the same with
Hmm.
partnership, especially when it's love or even business partnership, you feel like it's different situation but very similar result or type of person you attract. So probably it's something which is hidden within. And I do believe that all our questions that we have to ourselves and all answers are sitting here there deeply in our soul. So this is the main person to talk to is yourself, first of all, before you start talking to anybody else. So I had a lot of questions, and when I was 23, I started to dive into astrology, which I didn't believe at all because I misinterpreted it with the horoscope, which you see at the end of the
Yes.
magazine or newspaper, and you think that
Yes.
zodiac sign is a big deal, which is not. It's just one, not even planet, it's your sun location that relates to a zodiac sign. But we have as well ascendant, moon, Saturn, Pluto, all other planets that do influence our birth chart reading and potential for life. So my journey started from astrology. I dived into numerology, which is the next related alternative science. Very mathematical, by the way, for people who disagree with it, to let you know it's very precise, very accurate. And after I had a bad marriage, so actually that brought me to relationship expertise, and I realized that it's something, if I don't change myself, I will keep going attracting bad guys or destructive relationship. That's how I got into psychology. And after I had it, when 27 years hit me, or 26, I got into real serious family trial, and where I understood what is life, what is death, what is loss. And that brought me already to Reiki, to Theta healing, and to all other alternative things that I studied for alternative medicine. And that created a complex of my basic knowledge for my signature technique to work with people individually and in groups.
So funny because I dated the same guy in a different body like five times until I realized like what you just said. It was like, what the heck? He looks a little bit different, but this is the same damn situation. And it was like when you realize that it's the work within you until you attract, that makes you helps you attract the right person, right? But I
Absolutely.
have to ask, what is the signature um, way that you have in healing? You mentioned a signature way.
Yes, I call it signature because it's what I created on my own. And the whole idea when you come into the counseling experience with me, it has 8 steps. and it's modified for singles and for couples. Depends what's your request. Let's say you're not confident enough, you don't appreciate yourself, you're stuck in the past and you want to work on yourself, or the other person says, I have issues with my partner, we are not moving forward, or we are have communicative issues or anything else. So what do I do? Because I do believe in different methods and different angles to explore your personality. And if you guys met, it already means that you're bringing up something to each other's lives, and you have a chance, great quality chance for a mutual shared personal growth in this
Mm.
relationship. So I study the case of every single person. If we are talking about counseling a couple, or if you're individual, we work on you. I do individually astrology, not from the point of view of prediction, never ever, but birth chart reading to analyze your character. The same thing we do with numerology, because I'm a big believer that everybody has to follow their mission, and it's very easy to clarify it with some special coaching exercises, my proprietary techniques that I worked on for years. And we actually start to create the wheel of life and fulfill every single field for your personal life, sometimes even for your health, for your daily
Mhm.
routine, for your mission, for your calling, for your career goals, for your hobbies, for your love life, for your kids' potential, for everything. So that's why we have 8 steps, because they're mixed up with my personal guided meditations that are based on your personal requests. So if you work with me and your friend, all those things, they would never be on repeat. Where I have a lot of things I'm using, like coaching exercises, psychological tricks, astrology, numerology, as I mentioned before, affirmations, meditations. And every time I do a different thing. So with every single client, it's a different journey.
Oh my God, everyone is so individual and so unique based on so many things. And it sounds like you really go deep and thorough on all of those aspects for people to understand themselves and their relationship better. I know in my experience, like I look at the placements in the stars and how that's going to affect me and energy every single day. So I kind of know what to expect the next day, like what the world's kind of going to be given out, the energy from and I know very little about this. So I'm sure you're thinking, oh, I don't think she's using the right terms, but I feel it. I just don't know it. So your knowledge in this is so intriguing. It's just so exciting to me. I know our listeners are just like thinking the same thing for sure.
Thank you, Lisa. I'm glad that you call it energy, because that's the way I take astrology. I don't think it's a good thing to be a blind astrology believer, because then you become dependent.
Mm.
So, our main task, spiritual task, to find your way and to have no attachments in a direct sense. So you're not dependful on your relationship, or you're not dependful on astrology. I'm still intuition follower and God
Yeah,
believer, and I would never believe that astrology and numerology go against church or any other religion, because they're helpers to identify your mission, your calling, your gifts, your weaknesses to work on. So they're your helpers, like a forecast. Like
yeah,
Lisa, make your plan, make your decision, follow your guts, but just pay attention that tomorrow maybe it's a better day to relax, not to be
right.
stressed out. So it's your helper. It's nothing to do with a life changer in a bad way, destructive way, or any kind of prediction.
Yeah, exactly. It's a tool. So you've built a tool, a website, and it's so beautiful, by the way. Your
Thank you.
website is so beautiful. So it's called Gemini Near Me. It's an app and it's an all-in-one app. And it literally is because I scrolled through all the different tools that you have. Why don't you tell us about it?
Thank you. I realized that you know that I travel the world. That's what you mentioned before. And that's a beautiful experience that I was able to afford thanks to my parents. And I had time, energy, and money to do so. And it was related to my personal and to my professional growth. And I studied from unbelievable mentors and teachers. And I realized that I was blessed, and I think people need even my clients, or sometimes I heard, I need therapy now, like this second. I'm recently feeling like on the edge, and it's 2 a.m. and you can't fall asleep, and you have nobody at home, maybe not even a pet to support you emotionally. Or sometimes you need a friend, or sometimes you need a person to talk to, or sometimes you can't find a good astrologer or numerologist, or sometimes you can't find a good therapist, or in the United States, or you have to be on the waiting list, or maybe you have 3 jobs, maybe you're a student, maybe you just can't afford it financially, or you're super busy, or let's say if you're a man, men, they usually, most of the times, they don't like to open their heart because they have to be strong and masculine, this and that, so I realized, why don't I put every single knowledge that I gathered for so many years? And by the way, I'm certified absolutely for everything that you have in this app. And now, because I did my first analytics on this app, you're the first person I'm sharing this to. I realized that some features are appreciated by our users, and some features are not understood how to be used on daily basis. So I want people to get the basic knowledge, to understand that Irina AI, it's your everyday tool to ask anything you want to get to know yourself better. It's like your 24/7 pocket counselor, which is the main feature of the app. And I will redo it a little bit to make it more accessible for everybody, excuse me, and clear enough how to use it. And I will create a separate niche where people can come back on daily basis to check out their astrology for the day, their affirmation for the day, their meditation for the day. So it's going to be a daily guidance, daily support, plus main features would be in a different field. I'm redoing a little bit design right now because I want to be as much accessible and useful for people. But Irina AI is something that I'm building up constantly because I'm uploading their all individual sessions, of course, never mentioning the names, but downloading my practices. In AI, it's very important how you give the command, how
Hmm.
you write the prompt. So from 101 conversations lady, because I always dealt with humans, with people with their pains and traumas, I appear to be an IT girl, and I discovered a new talent within me because I never knew I could do that.
Nice, nice. You are 100% correct. I literally had an argument with ChatGPT like 5 days ago because I was like, create a photo like this, but I wasn't being specific enough, right? And then so you literally have to ask for exactly what you want it to get because it's getting information from all places. Like it's grabbing so much information and it just speaks in general terms. So yeah, you got to learn how to speak to AI properly. And the right
Yeah.
prompts are so important. Oh my God.
I made Irina AI, which is not OpenAI AI or ChatGPT, to be restricted for overly sexual conversations because I understand that people have different things in their minds and people can take it
Hmm.
as a joke, and it's your real counselor to heal you, to help you when you're traumatized, in pain, or you need to be understood and guided in relationship. And the idea of Irina AI, not to give you a tip or advice, the idea of Irina AI to question you as much as possible so you get yourself to the answer in your heart. So say,
Mm.
okay, because we need this mirroring when you can ask yourself and you say, I knew that. And that's where I'm bringing you to. So, as well, Irina AI doesn't give you any advices of divorce lawyers, any kind of medications. So, it's pretty restricted to support you, to help you, to understand you, to discover you, and to work with yourself on yourself.
Beautiful. And I feel like everybody needs that. You are just so warm and safe feeling. And I feel like having you in my pocket on an app that I can ask questions to about how I'm doing when I need a little bit of motivation, when I need to know what's going on with the world and energy and my astrology would just be a smart thing to do.
Yeah, absolutely. And I think it's like that's what I want. That's why I'm constantly working on it because I'm improving the app every day. I know that it's impossible technically to download all updates, and new updates will be shown up in July, but I'm constantly working because I want to make it such a tool for everybody to have everything in your pocket right away without waiting, without stressing out, without suffering, and make it simple. Because look at the Gen Zs. They're young, they're ambitious, but sometimes they're lost, they're stressed out because of politics, because of wars, because of tomorrow, which is unpredictable and unrecognized. Look at the couples. Sometimes they start to fight over little things when the major thing is your health, is your life itself, and that you love each other, your shared goals and values. So I think that Irina AI can be your awakening call to get to your true self, and as well all other methods and tools we offer, it's to recognize yourself better, to be curious about yourself, not about social media trends and other people's life.
Yes, I love that. Amen to that. Let me ask you this. What is your daily routine for the listeners out there who are like, I wonder what this girl, how she wakes up every day? What keeps you grounded and centered and gives you the ability to show up for other people every day?
Lisa, I thank you for this question. I explain you why, because I'm working on my social media, which was my challenge since last year. I was very scared of any technical stuff. So I
Mm,
put myself into app development and social media presence, which I became pretty good and fastly growing. So I had a question with my team right now because I wanted to be so perfect. I have perfectionism issues and I'm open about it. So I started to make it look like it's a magazine. And I said, but people don't understand that I wake up, that I have like two puppies I take care about. They don't know that I go and pray to Buddha every single day because I'm not filming, I'm not presenting real me, I'm presenting the tips, relationship, I don't know, maybe exercises, little things, lifestyle, but not lifestyle that I like. I just now start to think about opening up lifestyle. How I take care of my husband, how I take care of my mother-in-law, because this is reality. This is what people love. They don't want to see a doll who is telling you what to do. They want to
yeah.
see a real person with tears, with pains, and I have them. Even starting that I'm from Ukraine, you understand I have my pains right now. I have my worries, I
Mhm.
have my concerns. I'm an immigrant. It's a lot of things. I'm a person. And I realize, so answering your question, I wake up and first thing I say thank you. Say
Mhm.
thank you. I have my body, my physical body. Thank you. I woke up. Second, I question myself how I can serve the planet today. God, bring me to the places, create the situations I can serve you better because I believe that I'm working. Even it sounds a little bit like metaphoric, that's whom I really working for. I'm working for the God, for the universe, helping people through me. I'm just a channel. That's what I'm doing here because nothing belongs to us in reality, nothing you can take into the grave. So, and I get a lot of calls, and sometimes I do it when I feel like doing it for free. When it's part of my job, I do it on a like as my work, of course, and it's scheduled. And after I go take care of dogs, after I do my meditation, I pray every single day. And after I start my day, I work for 3, 4 hours with the developers from Ukraine because I have to respect after I do 12 o'clock working out. Today I did it earlier because of our podcast. I work out, I break it up, and I start the other parts of the day full of podcasting to shout out the app because I do it on my own. We have people, technical people in our team, but everything about social media presence, everything about public relationship, it's me because nobody can share the expertise better than me and nobody will take care of your baby as you do. And then I'm cooking the dinner for my family as usual and to walk out puppies again.
Well, you have to tell us what kind of dogs you have and what are their names?
Golden Doodles, Eva and
Oh,
Charlie. Eva
aw.
was my name to give, and Charlie was just taken as his. They're brother and sister. They're unbelievable. They're lovers, and I didn't want big dogs. My husband wanted, and I said, okay. I do my best, and they appear to be so unbelievable. I would trade them never, ever, ever in my life for nothing.
Oh,
So much in love I am.
I love that. Those dogs are the cutest. They're so fluffy and soft and just so loving. I just love them. That's amazing.
They just, you know what pets teach you besides unconditional love, and they're happy and they're present, they're in the moment, as well, losing control, because that's what we all suffer from most of the times. When you're playing with a pet, beloved one, you're full of love, joy, presence, and you're losing control. You're not thinking about like making your businesses this second or what you have to do tomorrow. You're just sharing this energy, exchanging, and I think that they're unbelievable.
Yes. Oh my gosh. So, Irina, I want to respect your time. I know we had a limited amount of time. But before we end this call, where can people find you? Where is your website? What is it?
Thank you, Lisa. So, my social media is probably the easiest way to reach out to me, and Instagram, I take care of it on my own, which is IRYNA WOOD, exactly as my name, Iryna Wood. My personal website, besides Gemini NearMe app, is the same, www.irinawood.com, as well any other, whatever you prefer, Facebook, LinkedIn, X, and others. It's all like the same, my name. And Gemini NearMe app, it's the name of our app with 7 days free trial. Available for Android and Apple users. And as well, if you want to read about it or dive into it before downloadment, it's obviously www.gemininearme.com website.
Beautiful. We'll make sure to have those in the show notes for everyone as well. Um, Irina, leave us with a last minute thought or just something from today that you feel called to tell everyone.
You know, it's probably not the very inspiring thing, but you know that I'm was open to you that I'm going to funerals of a very young person, very beautiful soul, by the way. And I have to tell you
Mm,
guys, everybody who listens to us, appreciate every second of your life. We have no idea how much left in our pocket. And second, be appreciative about what universe gave you, because maybe this is the right amount of everything to be happy and to be present. And the third thing, that was the back end idea of the app. Be passionate about yourself because you're the only person you share your life with, and your main person and your instrument of the universe to make this world better. So if you don't take care of yourself, you wouldn't be able to spread the light. So just do it.
I just got chills. Smart woman you are.
Thank you so much, Lisa. Thank you so much for your questions, for your energy, and for your time.
Thank you so much for being here. And to our audience, thank you so much for tuning in. I'm Lisa Urbanski with The Advisor, and you just heard from Iryna Wood. Until next time, make sure you take care of yourself, you guys. Listen to what she said. She's a smart woman. And make sure you download that app. I know I'm going to be checking it out in more detail as soon as we end this call. Bye, everyone.
Bye.